Welcome back, everyone. In our previous session, we explored a variety of words, but we're not done yet. Today, we'll delve into another set of intriguing words from today's editorial. Don't forget to take the test at the end of the video. Let's kick things off with the word quashing. It is a verb that means nullifying or setting aside something. In simple words, it's like cancelling or overturning a decision or action. Look at some examples. The court quashed the decision of the lower court. Another example is, the president quashed the rumors about his resignation. Synonyms for quashing include nullifying, voiding, and overturning. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms are establishing, confirming, and upholding. Now let's move on to the word intransigence. It is a noun. In English, intransigence refers to an unwillingness to compromise or change one's position. In simpler words, it means being stubborn and resistant to negotiation. For example, the union's intransigence led to a prolonged strike. Another example is, the politicians' intransigence on the issue created tension among the members of parliament. Synonyms for intransigence include stubbornness, resistance, and obstinacy. Words with opposite meanings or antonyms include flexibility, compromise, and accommodation. Moving on to the word import. It is a noun. In English, import signifies significance or meaning. In simpler words, it describes the importance or meaning attached to something. This is how to use it in an example. The import of the document was understood by all participants. Another example is, the professor explained the import of the historical event. Synonyms for import include significance, importance, and meaning. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include insignificance, irrelevance, and triviality. Let's move on to the word endorse. It is a verb. In English, endorse means to support or approve something. In simpler words, it's like giving your approval or backing to an idea or action. For example, the organization endorses the new policy to promote sustainability. Another example is, the celebrity endorses the brand's products in their advertisements. Synonyms for endorse include support, approve, and back. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include oppose, reject, and disapprove. Now, let's move on to insulate. It is a verb. In English, insulate means to protect or isolate something from outside influences or effects. In simpler words, it's like creating a barrier to shield or secure something. For example, the thick walls insulate the house from noise pollution. Another example is, the new packaging insulates the product from temperature variations. Synonyms for insulate include protects, shields, and secures. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include exposes, vulnerable, and exposed. Next, we have domineering. It is an adjective. In English, domineering describes someone who exercises control or influence in an overbearing or oppressive manner. In simpler words, it means someone who acts authoritatively and is controlling. Here are some examples. The manager's domineering behavior created a hostile work environment. Another example is, he lost many friends due to his domineering nature. Synonyms for domineering include authoritative, controlling, and overbearing. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include submissive, subservient, and accommodating. Remember to pronounce the word domineering clearly. Now, let's move on to purloined. It is a verb. In English, purloined means stolen or taken dishonestly. In simple words, it's like stealing or taking something without permission. This is how to use it in a sentence. The thief purloined the valuable artwork from the museum. Another example is, the secret documents were purloined from the government agency. Synonyms for purloined include stolen, pilfered, and filched. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include returned, restored, and replaced. Ensure you pronounce the word purloined clearly. Now let's move on to iniquities. It is a noun. In English, iniquities refers to unjust or immoral acts or behaviors. In simpler words, it means unfairness or wrongdoings. let's look at some examples. The book highlights the iniquities of the corrupt system. Another example is, he fought against the iniquities in society. Synonyms for iniquities include unfairness, immorality, and wrongdoings. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include fairness, morality, and righteousness. Moving on to plunder. It is a verb. In English, plunder means to steal or forcefully take possessions, often during war or conflict. In simpler words, it's like looting or robbing. Let's see some examples. The invaders would plunder the villages and loot their resources. Another example is, during the riot, the mob began to plunder the stores. Synonyms for plunder include loot, pillage, and ransack. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings, or antonyms, include protect, preserve, and safeguard. Now let's explore the phrase carrot and stick policy. It refers to a strategy that combines rewards and punishments to achieve compliance. In simple words, it means using both incentives and penalties to motivate or control behavior. For example, the government adopted a carrot and stick policy to encourage citizens to pay their taxes on time. Another example is, the manager used a carrot and stick policy to motivate the employees to meet their targets. There are no direct synonyms or antonyms for this phrase. However, you can use soft approach, gentle persuasion, and leniency for opposite meanings. Moving on to the phrase toe the line. It means to conform or adhere strictly to rules or guidelines. In simple words, it means following or obeying the established standards. Some examples include, the students were expected to toe the line and follow the school's code of conduct. Another example is, the politician was criticized for refusing to toe the party line and expressing different opinions. Synonyms for toe the line include conform, comply, and obey. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include rebel, defy, and resist. Now let's explore the word restitution. It is a noun that refers to compensation or repayment for loss or damage. In simpler words, it means getting reimbursed for something that was lost or harmed. For example, the company agreed to pay restitution to the affected customers for the faulty product. Another example is, the court ordered the thief to make restitution to the victim for the stolen property. Synonyms for restitution include compensation, repayment, and reimbursement. Words with opposite meanings or antonyms include loss, damage, and detriment. Now, let's explore the word ire. It is a noun. In English, ire refers to anger or annoyance. In simpler words, it means being upset or irritated. Let's see some examples to understand better. His reckless driving caused the ire of other drivers on the road. Another example is, the misbehaving student earned the ire of the teacher. Synonyms for ire include anger, annoyance, and wrath. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include delight, pleasure, and joy. Ensure you pronounce the word ire clearly. Moving on, we have the term social cleavages. It refers to divisions or conflicts within a society based on social, economic, or political factors. In simple words, it means the splits or tensions in society caused by differences in various aspects. For example, the country experienced social cleavages due to disparities in income and political ideologies. Another example is, the ongoing debate on healthcare highlighted the social cleavages in society. Synonyms for social cleavages include divisions, conflicts, and fragmentation. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings include unity, harmony, and solidarity. Now let's explore the word influx. It is a noun. In English, influx refers to a large number of people or things coming in or entering. In simpler words, it means a significant arrival or inflow. Let's see some examples. The city experienced an influx of tourists during the holiday season. Another example is, the company's new product launch resulted in an influx of orders. Synonyms for influx include arrival, inflow, and entry. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include outflow, departure, and exit. Ensure you pronounce the word influx accurately. Next, we have the term piecemeal extensions. It refers to gradual or incremental extensions. In simple words, it means making additions or extensions in a slow or step-by-step manner. For example, the policy changes were implemented through piecemeal extensions over a period of 2 years. Another example is, the organization plans to address the issue with piecemeal extensions rather than a complete overhaul. Synonyms for piecemeal include gradual, incremental, and progressive. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings include comprehensive, whole, and complete. Moving on to superannuation. It is a noun that refers to retirement from a job or position, usually upon reaching a certain age. Let's see how to use it in a sentence. He received a generous pension after his superannuation from the company. Another example is, many people plan their financial future after superannuation by investing in retirement funds. Synonyms for superannuation include retirement, pension, and departure. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include employment, hire, and appointment. Next, we have the word retrospectively. It is an adverb that means looking back or considering past events or situations. In simpler words, it means reflecting on or analyzing things that have already happened. For example, the new law will be applied retrospectively to punish past offenses. Another example is, the committee conducted a review retrospectively to analyze the project's success. Synonyms for retrospectively include in hindsight, in the past, and backwardly. Words with opposite meanings or antonyms include prospectively, in the future, and forwardly. Moving on, we have AMICUS CURIAE. It is a noun that refers to a person or organization who is not a party to the case but provides assistance or expertise to the court. In simpler words, it means someone who offers guidance or specialized knowledge to the court, even though they are not directly involved in the legal proceedings. It is a very important word. Let's see some examples. The AMICUS CURIAE submitted a report to the court, providing expert opinions on the matter. Another example is, the judge appointed an amicus curiae to assist in the complex legal case. Synonyms for amicus curiae include advisor, consultant, and helper. There are no direct antonyms for this term. Ensure you pronounce the term amicus curiae clearly. Lastly, we have conducive to. It is an adjective phrase that means favorable or suitable for. In English, conducive to refers to something that supports or creates a favorable environment or conditions for a particular outcome. In simpler words, it means being helpful or beneficial toward achieving something. For example, the peaceful environment was conducive to studying and concentration. Another example is, the supportive team atmosphere was conducive to the player's performance. Synonyms for conducive to include favorable, beneficial, and supportive. On the other hand, words with opposite meanings or antonyms include unfavorable, detrimental, and inhibitory. Ensure you pronounce the phrase conducive to clearly. Thank you all for joining me in this vocabulary exploration session. We have covered a diverse range of words. Now, it's time to test your memory and understanding. Let's go. The influx of information and diverse perspectives is of great import as it enriches our understanding and promotes a more inclusive society. By endorsing an amicus curiae approach, we can effectively address social cleavages, ensuring piecemeal extensions of policies that insulate against iniquities and ultimately creating an environment conducive to progress and unity. I challenge you to recall the words we discussed and incorporate them into 2 sentences of your own. Get creative and demonstrate your grasp of these new words. I encourage you to provide feedback on this class. Your input is valuable in making future sessions even more interesting and engaging. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts, suggestions, and any topics you'd like to explore further. If you found this class helpful and enjoyable, I kindly request you to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who might benefit from expanding their vocabulary. Your support allows us to reach and help more learners like yourself.